Hello there, viewers and listeners of 94.3 Radio 1 International. This is your girl Mehul reaching out to the airwaves of 94.3 Radio 1 this evening, and I'm bringing you a DJ, a musician, a singer, and all in all a queen. Ambika Nayak, hello.
Hi Mehul, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. We all know and love her as Kayan, of course. And today she's here to talk about your new track, Attention.
Yep.
Ooh, lots of attention around it. How are you expecting it? What's been up? It's remastered. We've heard it. It's beautiful. We're going to play it out for you soon. But how was the journey?
Wow, thank you so much. The journey for Attention in particular has been really fun because I think this year I am approaching my music with a lot more focus, a lot more care for detail. I'm very excited to introduce something that's a new sound even for me. I basically want to take pop music and just distort it a little bit and explore hyper pop a little bit more. So Attention was like a child that came from wanting to do something new, and of course adding in something that feels like a bit of a real life experience but is actually a fantasy story. So the song is about, it starts with how I am talking to someone that makes me feel like this is high school love and everything's beautiful, and I paint this rosy picture. But then as the song progresses, it kind of goes to this space where I'm like, I reveal that this is a secret, and why are we keeping this a secret, and our love is so beautiful but I don't want to keep it a secret. And in the end I talk about how he picked someone else over me, and it's really sad.
Oh damn, it's gonna be a heartbreak anthem.
But it's like a jump up and dance heartbreak anthem. So
that's the best kind of heartbreak anthem, because at least you can be happy about it, right?
Yeah, a little bit. And it's not really noticeable. Like I don't think you'd really realize till you were reading the lyrics to the song, because it's just like, it's this fun, slowly takes you upbeat kind of a melodic journey. So yeah.
Of course, and your sound is essentially pop and alt pop, and we've seen your collaborations also with quite a few people. Karan Kanchan, 52, lovely track.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
Even Oh Hi, I really like that.
Thank you.
Plenty as well. So how is this Attention going to be different from all the other tracks?
So I feel like, 52 onwards, I feel like I started setting a little bit more of my own sound to my listeners, and I was dormant with releasing music for so long that I was playing so many shows constantly.
We're gonna get to that later.
Yeah, there was no time to just sit and like write music and be in that space. I was finding it really tough to do that. So the end of last year, the end of 2023 was like, we decided, listen, I am done not putting music out. This is going to be super tough, and it was so stressful for our whole team and me. But I was like, we got to do this. We got to put 3 songs out in the next 3 months. It started with 52. So much fun working with Karan. Shout out to Karan Kanchan. He's a great human being overall. So making the song with him was so fun. And then we did Oh Hi, we did 52. I did Stop Calling Me with Yashraj.
I love the digital presence of that. Let me just stop you right there and tell you, like, the build-up was beautiful.
Thank you. It was really not planned. It was all whatever Yashraj and I wanted to do, and we just went with it. And I think that's why it worked. It was so organic, and we just like went with it, and it was so much fun promoting that song. And then after Stop Calling Me, I think I put out Plenty, which was the first time for me putting out a song that was so emotional, and so I was so vulnerable in that song, and I've written something that's so real to me and hopefully relatable for a lot of people. And that song has been the slowest one to kind of pick up or whatever, but I know that it's going to have its day. So I feel like with Plenty, for example, I started setting a bit of a path for the sound that I want to take this year.
You play very different kind of music, and you make very different kind of music. How do you switch between that? Like, how do you tell yourself, okay, this is my personality as Kayan live, and this is my personality as DJ Kayan?
Yeah, I almost feel psychotic. It's two extremes. I guess this new music and this new sound that I'm taking is kind of bridging a gap between the two somewhere.
Fun.
It's not something that I very actively decided. It's just something that happened organically. So it's somewhere bridging that gap, but still, the thing is, I listen to so much different kind of music, and when I started DJing, I opened my mind up to so much more music and so many more genres that I was probably closed off to.
Yeah.
And so I think because my playlist would also be so either 0 or 100,
Yeah,
I smoothly move into being my DJ Kayan vibe or singer-songwriter Kayan vibe. Like it just happens. It's like so exciting for me that I also get to play that music, but I also get to sing music like this. And now I'm gonna find some things that are somewhere in the middle of both of them.
Yeah,
And
bridging the gap.
Yeah,
right?
a little bit. Yeah.
Of course. So, talking about your inspirations, who have been your music inspirations? Let's start with your indie side, your Kayan live personality.
A lot of people. I absolutely. I was obsessed with Georgia Smith a few years ago.
Me too.
Yeah, I think she's so
And like
amazing.
entire space, right? Georgia
Yeah.
Smith, Renee, Kenya Grace.
Yeah, I love
all of
Kenya
them.
Grace also. I mean, wow, also like big ups to her. She just, that song did so well for her, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Georgia Smith, Kali Uchis, you know, Sid the Kid, this band called The Internet. I was listening to a lot of R&B and neo R&B when I just joined my music school, and I got introduced to that, and I felt like this is my sound for life, you know, like this is it. And then I started, and of course I grew up listening to a lot of pop music. So
And
there
what
was
about the classics? I'm sure your parents would have
course.
influenced.
Yeah. So my mom would be my number one inspiration. She's a Hindustani classical
Hey, happy
singer.
belated birthday to her.
Hey, thank you. Wow, that's so cool. I'm gonna tell her she got a happy birthday shout out on radio. She'll like that. Yeah, so she's a singer, and I grew up surrounded by her music and her singing, and that was Indian classical music. So my roots are somewhere in there. I started learning Carnatic classical music when I was much younger, and from there I learned how to play the Western classical piano. So there was a lot of classical training before, you know, but on TV I would listen to a lot of pop. So from Miley Cyrus to Nelly Furtado and the Pussycat Dolls, Britney Spears, all our pop icons and pop
Lady
queens.
Gaga, Katy Perry,
Lady
all
Gaga,
them,
Katy
Rihanna,
Perry,
of course.
Rihanna. Yeah, of course. So I mean, all of that was just what I was also fed like when I was growing up. But yeah, I love that music. So, and all of these artists, and yeah, and so then that happened, and then I got into a lot of R&B, and then I started DJing, and I started listening to a lot of electronic music. And there's so many DJs out there who are so cool. So many. There's Jensen, Interceptor. They're all super underground for our mainstream scene over here, but they're all killing it in life. So it's super cool. There's Jensen Interceptor. There's a really cool DJ. Fuck
Do you
off.
like all the? Are you serious?
So
Do you like all these HOR artists?
Yeah,
Like a bunch
of
of them,
course. They're so cool. So all of these people have amazing sets on HOR. So it's
HOR
yeah.
Berlin.
That's like definitely a dream to perform there. We have really cool artists over here. Lash Lata, she's an amazing DJ. Nida, she's a really cool DJ.
Yeah,
Carl
I've seen Nida
Baisakhi.
set.
Yeah, Carl Baisaki's so cool. He has like such amazing edits. We have Karan Kanchan with amazing.
What are some of the collaborations that you want to do this year? Maybe indie, some international that you have.
Yeah, I'm so excited when you ask me that, because I'm actually going to be traveling to London super soon. And we have a bunch of songwriting sessions with super cool producers and songwriters from the UK. So there are going to be a lot of international collaborations this year. Plus, of course, indie, because there's so many artists over here that I'm yet to make music with, and I really, really want to. So I hope that all of that kind of comes together this year. Yeah.
Definitely. What is one indie artist currently in the Indian music scene that you look forward to collaborating with?
I really,
Like in the next 3 months, like a quarter.
Hard to put a timeline on it, but I really, really want to do a song with Hanuman Kayan. I absolutely
Dude,
love
I was
Suraj.
just listening
He's
to
so
him
cool.
today.
Yeah, I need to do a song with Suraj, with Hanuman Kayan. So yeah, definitely that's a big one for me. I'd be super excited. We've spoken about it a ton, but it's also like in the lockdown we got really used to just sending demos to each
And
other.
it was easy to kind of make music like
Yeah,
that.
it was easy, but like I don't think you don't really catch the vibe when you're actually sitting with
100%.
someone in the studio. It's so different. Like I could send you this whole interview recorded, or we could talk over the phone, but being with you in person and having this conversation is just so much more natural, and
And
you
it
know,
builds that way,
yeah,
no? Just
yeah.
like art.
Exactly, and you just, like I said, you just catch the vibe. Could I sound any more Gen Z or millennial or whatever? But yeah, no. So I just want to get into the studio with Suraj and like a couple of other artists and just make music this year. So I want to do a lot of that. I want to do more songs with Yashraj. I love making music. I kind of held him hostage when I made the song with him. I called him to the studio and I said, "Sunte hai koi? Let's just listen to some demos or dekhte hai kya hota hai." Then I said, verse likh de. Write one verse, you have to. And then I said, next week we're putting the song out. He's like, dude, what? Thanks for the heads up. So yeah, ready to kidnap some more indie artists and make some songs
get
with
you
them.
Hanuman Kind if you want. But there are actually, South has some beautiful artists coming up.
Amazing.
Kayans, Hanuman Kind.
There's this really, really amazing singer, Marianne from Bangalore also. She is so good. I love her voice. She writes so well. She's also started DJing now. So shout out to all the girlies who are like pushing themselves and doing all this shit right now. Yeah.
Right? How do you balance your, touring, your gigging, making music, which obviously takes so much of your time and mental energy, right?
Yeah.
And also keeping up with social media, because at the end of the day, you are an artist. You got to be relevant. How do you manage all of that together?
Good question, because social media is very draining and it can also have a very, very strong impact on your mental health and just your state of mind. So I have started really curbing my time that I spend on my phone, and I have been taking some time off to do things that I enjoy more, like driving lessons. And
I saw.
Yeah.
How do you not know driving yet, Kaya?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? That's so insane. And the biggest reason I was like, I need to drive is because what if one day I have to escape from somewhere and the only way out is a manual car? What am I going to just be stuck there and give up on life? Like, how fast will I run? So I'm learning how to drive. What if the jet's not there? What if my jet's down? Not my jet, the jet that I rent because I'm eco-friendly or whatever. But I'm kidding, I want a jet. Yeah. But no, like what if none of that's there? So I'm learning how to drive. Yeah. But no, so I curb my time on social media a lot more. Being on Instagram kind of became very easy for me through the lockdown. I kind of found my flow of just posting every day, and it happened very naturally. Now it doesn't happen that naturally. Now I have to kind of think. I'll realize that it's been like 1 week and I haven't posted something because I've stopped. I've just started focusing on like life a lot more, and some days are so busy I'm not gonna remember. So yeah, I curb my time, but I am just a little bit mindful of how much I still have to be vocal on social media. That's it. It's just about, I think, being mindful, and I make a lot of lists and stuff like that. So in case I'm forgetting something, I just put it down there and I'll realize that, okay, it's been 3 days, I haven't done this on my to-do list. I shall post something today. Yeah. And I also have a team that helps me when it comes to putting out music, etc. My first few releases I did completely by myself, and I think it's super important for an artist to go through that so they know what goes into it. From making my own artwork to, like, God bless Canva. I could have done better.
I was just gonna ask you, did you do it on Canva or Photoshop?
I could have done better, but that's fine. Canva worked for then. But yeah, I think you should go through the whole process. And now I have a great team that helps me put a plan together for putting a song out. So I'll have reminders also, that, okay, today we have to post this. And then we sit and we brainstorm together, and it's all there on the calendar. So yeah, a little bit of discipline really helps.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have discipline in your life in terms of eating healthy and sleeping right?
What a good time to ask me this question.
Why?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's why?
Yes.
How do you do it? Teach me. I don't.
I think it's something that it's very new in my life.
Yeah.
It is a little easier right now because I'm not playing so many shows. When I'm touring every weekend, I forget to eat. I forget to just like do things like sleep because a show gets over really late, and then we'll have an early morning flight out, and then you're playing 2 or 3 shows back to back, and it can get really exhausting. But I started working out I think last year I had like really bad back pain, and then I have this wonderful physiotherapist slash she's a great friend who was helping me with my back and strengthening, and I did strengthening for a few months, and then we started working out at home, and now I've joined the gym. So I just feel the need to eat because I'm putting in so much effort into my workout and my physical self that I think I've understood what my body also wants a lot more. I've given time to myself for myself, which has been really important for me. And it's new, and it's not like I'm on some strict diet or something because I love food. Like that's what's up. Like butter chicken.
What's your favorite cuisine?
Indian food. Indian food.
Yeah, for sure.
With a lot of butter and a lot of ghee.
Ghee.
Put that on there, I'ma eat that shit.
Lemon. Next time try lemon in, like, dude, for me, lemon in everything.
Hey, that's my granddad.
It's just brilliant. Like, you put lemon in everything. It also keeps you detoxified. It does. Right?
Nimbu is amazing. I love chatpata stuff. I love nimbu. My granddad, he needs lime in everything. Like it's funny, but it's also really cute. And Indian food's my favorite. So I'm just balancing it out. Right now I'm just learning how to eat enough protein, which is new to me because it's hard. I never thought this would happen in my life. I always be like, I'll eat whatever. And that's just me.
And then now there's a team of 5 people telling you not to eat.
No, there's no team and all. There's just me and my cats yelling. It's just me and my wonderful trainer who is great. She's helped me with a very easy diet. Eat sabji. It's just like reminding myself to eat. Just setting in a routine to eat because I wasn't eating properly for so long. So it feels, I feel a lot better. I really do. So it's just, I think I want to feel good. I want my body to feel good. I want to feel fresh when I wake up in the morning. I don't think any of us feel fresh when we wake up in the morning. I don't know why that's a thing. Because we're so in our screens and we're not sleeping
in our heads as well.
We're so in our heads. So I have these mornings once in a while. Now I wake up and I'm kind of fresh, and it's because I've been eating decent and working out, and it feels good. So I think I just want to feel good. That's why I'm doing this.
True.
Yeah.
Song title of your next track?
Feel Good.
Feel Good.
That's a nice one.
Thanks.
Thanks. Maybe that's what I can do in my session today.
Oh!
Yes. Feel good.
Came from here.
Thank you, Mehul.
Anyway, I actually want to ask you about something else. Being a jack of all trades, like people's perception towards that is sort of apprehensive. Like, people always say that to be a master in one thing, you got to do that for every day of your life and just be the best at that. But nowadays people do everything, because I personally feel like anyone can do everything. That jack of all trades is a better thing than being a master of one. What do you reflect with or identify to?
I do believe it takes a lot of practice to be good at something. There's no two ways about that. So if you want to do music, and especially with like when I used to train classically, training in classical music is so different. It's so different. It's a lot of practice, it's dedication, it's discipline. So it is really, and my mom's also a singer and she's been doing her riyaz for years. So she'll wake up in the morning and she'll sing, whether she's, so she actually started teaching years ago, and she wasn't able to do music full time, but that has not stopped her from mastering her craft. So I do believe that is really important, and if you can divide your time well enough, because we do have 24 hours in a day, then you need to give time to everything that you want to do, because you can be a jack of all trades but and a master of none. But I also feel like if you give your time to one particular thing, then you're the master of that. You give your time to 4 particular things, then you will get better at that.
Correct.
But it's important.
Just a matter of planning.
It's you can do that, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. But and for me also it happened very, like, before I started doing music professionally, I wanted to be a dancer. I was learning Bharatnatyam for many years, so I wanted to be a Bharatnatyam dancer, and my teachers used to push me for that. Then I used to paint, and my art teachers were very supportive and encouraging, and they said she needs to go to JJ and study art, and all of that. And then I happened to meet some musicians and I was jamming with them one day, and I didn't know what a jam was, but it felt very natural, and I was like, this is cool. And I found a music school, and I just started, it just happened, you know. So I put in my time and practice, etc. That has to keep going on every day. And very naturally did other things start happening along the way. And I think I always had I was always like meant to do stuff that's just creative and in this space. And so whatever I need to do, I give my time to prepping for it, and you know, just knowing what I'm getting into, because it's important.
Yeah, definitely.
94.3 Radio 1.